That tune just never fails to get me excited.
Are we on today? Or are we recording?
I am all bricked up. And yes, sorry, that's
beautiful.
Irrelevant. The camera is rolling this time. So welcome back. Hopefully, I mean, I actually haven't checked the stats because they're erroneous.
We don't check those anymore.
No. I believe a few people still listen to last episode, but no one's seen our faces for a few weeks.
Yeah. No.
We made a minor mistake.
Minor mistake, but that happens with technical difficulties. But yeah, yet again, it's that time of the week and it creeps up on us. But last week we recorded a nice little 1v1 video.
Yes.
And that will hopefully keep the content rolling on the off weeks.
Well, yeah, I think part 2. Well, it'll be out, I don't know. So today's Friday, we're recording this. So it'll be out this arvo or tomorrow. So it'll be out before this comes out. So we can tell the people the result.
Oh, we can?
Yeah. In fact, I'm actually really geared up to tell the people the result.
Yep.
So I won a 1v1 for the first time.
It's 2-1 the overall score. But this just surprisingly just came down to the absolute wire somehow. I don't know how that even happened. You're going to have to watch the video, but if you saw from part 1, how I was playing was just atrocious. And as I think Yubsy commented on the video, he said I was making you look like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tiger's a pretty good player. I'd maybe compare myself to Rory McIlroy. Like, I'm pretty good. I'm elite, actually.
Yeah.
At golf.
Yeah.
So
mini golf or just golf in general?
Mostly mini golf because I feel like if I went on the actual PGA Tour, it would just be unfair.
Yeah.
So I just kind of keep a low profile. I don't want to just ruin the golf community. Yeah. So it was a pretty difficult competition for you to come up against.
It was, and it was about time we saw a change in the winning proceedings. But I'm looking forward for next one. I'm really hoping we if we put another poll out, I'm really hoping we do basketball because I think that will be fun.
Yeah, that would probably be a lock. You'd probably go 3-1 up in the overall standings.
I don't think so.
But you never know.
You never know. But it's a tough one. You have good days and bad days with the old b-ball. But that's something to look forward to for sure.
Moving on, as we always do these days, we start with the comments corner because we love hearing our feedback.
Yep, good or bad.
Yeah.
We love it.
So we had a couple clips out since the last kickoff, but turn the volume down on that. So that's usually this is the TikTok that went out. So you were blind ranking some Perth suburbs.
Oh yeah, nice one. Yep.
And some people had some things to say.
Yep.
So someone said, "Now this guy knows what he's talking about." The name there is Regan.
Yeah, that is one of my burners.
Yeah.
No, that's my main account with absolutely no content to be posted whatsoever, and I probably will not be posting any. But I thought I'd start off the comment section with a positive sort of comment to hopefully keep that rolling. But was that the case?
It worked, yeah. So
Hudson
said, "Good luck, guys. Whatever you've got, I hope you can beat it."
Yeah, thanks.
But I believe there was a bit. There was a few connections.
There was a few connections with that one. That one hit a bit close to home. But yeah, he can comment what he likes, but I'll get him back for sure.
Yeah. Brit N says, "Yeah, Ocean Reef."
Yeah,
agrees with you.
Yeah, nice one. It's a great suburb, and it offers a little bit, but some people apparently did not agree with that.
Well, yeah, over on Instagram, Ben Allen, he's a regular at the old Drop-Ins Coffee. And a staunch Mullaloo supporter. He says, only thing Ocean Reef has going for it is it's next to Mullers. You got sewage outfall, a half-finished marina, half-finished shop, half-full primary school, and a couple half-brained scooter rats at the skate park. Response to that?
Well, half's better than none, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
And well, first of all, we don't associate with the scooter rats. I'm not 12 anymore. Like none of the people who go to the skate park are over the age of 14. So we can write them off. The marina, that will probably still be building by the time I die, so that doesn't really affect me whatsoever. And it's like when you always see those TikToks when it's like when you leave school and then they start building they start renovating.
So you're going to move
school
south of the river and suddenly Ocean Reef becomes the prime.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And what was the other one? The shopping centre.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was a good shopping centre up near Ocean Reef Primary School. It had a bakery, had a bit going on, Farmer Jack's, and then all of a sudden they knocked it down. There's been a few renovations going on, but it's looking all right now. There's a bit more progress than usual. I think it's going to be a Sunset Plaza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so apartments on top, shopping centre at the bottom.
I believe that's happening at between Hillary's and like Waterman's Bay on the corner, which used to be a restaurant. Can't remember the name, but it's now, and it used to be like a BP, I think. No, maybe. It's got knocked down, but the plans look like it's like cafe and supermarket at the bottom, and then apartment building. Very very smart, I think.
Oh yes,
multi-purpose.
Yeah. So once again, my point is, you would rather it be half done than nothing at all. So I'll stick by my statement.
Butcher said on TikTok, "Let's make a podcast." Podcast. Yeah, elaborate on that one.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It's the aura thing to start off with. We'll start off with that. You didn't really know what that meant. You didn't really see, even hear of. You're sort of still coming to terms with that word.
Well, in this new social media sense,
yeah. So I don't know. I think this is more of an older one. So you may be even further behind than you think.
I think so.
I don't know. There's really no reasoning behind it. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. But what does it say? Let's start a podcast.
Well, that's the usual
podcast.
one. Just let's start a podcast is a regular. But he's going, let's make a podcast. Podcast. AHH podcast.
I'll try and think of an example. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'll have a think throughout the potty.
Yeah.
And if I come up with one, I'll let you know. But that one's been around a while. But good to see that one got a few likes.
Yep.
Probably more likes than the actual post itself.
Ratio. A Braskich says, in what world is Mouche a suburb of Perth? Shut up. It's not technically in the metro area, but what do you mean in what world is Mouche a suburb of Perth? It's like...
Where actually is it?
In the Shire of Chittering. Like the northeast or something. I don't know. But it's Perthy enough to belong in this ranking.
If it's in WA, it's Perth.
Yeah,
Let's be real, yeah.
And now, so pretty positive one here.
Yeah.
Craig says...
Oh, Craig, nice.
Yeah. There is zero substance behind any sentence that is blurted out by you two wimps. Hang up the mics, lads. Thanks.
That's
Craig.
probably a fair call, to be honest. And this comment by Craig, it's honestly now pushed me over the line, and I'm resigning.
Retiring.
I'm retiring. I'm retiring from being an unemployed podcaster to now just being unemployed.
Yeah.
But
so
that's okay.
We'll be hanging up the mics after this episode.
We will be.
Because Craig says so. Sorry, Craig.
I like Craig's profile picture.
Yeah.
He is 100% a real estate agent.
100% a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So hang up the keys,
Not
Craig.
buying any of your houses, Craig.
Oh, what's next? That's right. Just a personal, bit of a personal one actually. So I just had this video a few weeks ago, just listing off some names, like some outdated names that you can't really name your kid anymore.
Like Craig.
Like Craig and and Barry and Adolf. And
that bloke was at least like 30. So that's okay. But if he was our age, then Craig could probably, piss off.
So the comment section kind of started suggesting some other ones. But a few turned on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
how's that even possible?
Yeah, I know. Shades McCarthy suggested Ronan.
Shades McCarthy.
At Smithery commented Ronan should be on the list. Muggy said number one should be Ronan. I mean, come on, who names their kid Ronan? Ronan Keating, the Ranger singer. Pretty sure Ronan Keating's blonde. And he's actually quite a handsome man.
Who is Ronan?
A very successful singer.
I've never heard of this bloke
Ronan
before.
Well, that's probably because he's in the shadow of a more famous Ronan.
Oh, true, yeah.
Obviously, but this is Ronan Keating.
Oh,
He's sung a few songs and stuff.
Was he like a judge on The Voice or
Probably,
something? I swear I've seen him before.
I don't know if it's arguable that he's Ranger. I'd say that he's blonde.
I wouldn't say he's Ranger, looking
Probably
at that.
not.
No.
Matty K said, and then there's you calling yourself Ronan.
Well, you didn't really call yourself that, did you?
Don't know if you're new to the naming world, Matty, but that's not really how it works.
No, unless you were that baby, that Four Seasons Orlando just gone, Ronan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't have an awful lot to say over it.
No, you would think so.
And for what it's worth, I actually don't mind the name. So, in the most respectful way possible.
Do you reckon there's any people who actually hate their name?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
That's not ideal ones out there. I think you just got to embrace it.
Yeah, I think you do have to embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I say, I embrace my name that my parents gave me, and I respect their decisions. So, yeah, in the most respectful way possible, Smithery and Muggy and Shades and Maddie can all go fuck themselves.
Well said.
Last one's just on Instagram again. So obviously we made a little bit of an error last week, and some people weren't happy. Sahib, a usual suspect, he said, "This is fucking outrageous. You can't keep making these mistakes if you want to make it in the big leagues."
Probably fair.
Yeah.
It's probably fair.
And Nick Vlahov, another usual, "Poor, you will receive threatening letters in the coming days." Did you receive any threatening letters?
I haven't. Yeah, I've been waiting for my speeding ticket, but
Yeah.
no speeding ticket or threatening letters as yet. So we're in the clear.
Yeah. So same really. Few threatening letters from the courts because I've missed my hearings recently, but that's unrelated.
Yeah, that's okay.
So actually, what's this? Oh right, yeah, no, that's actually forgot about that message. We'll probably reply.
It probably should.
Now so you've got some NBA news.
Yeah. So the draft concluded today, and as you know, most people know, you don't even have to follow the NBA. Most people know of LeBron James. You would think, heard of the name.
Yeah.
Well, his son has now been drafted.
LeBron sent a couple docs in recently, I think, actually.
It did. He does follow. I heard. So LeBron James Jr. or Bronny has been drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, where LeBron does play at the moment, and they're the first father-son duo to play together on the same team. And I just thought this was a bit. Can you tell me if this is a bit? A bit outgoing, bit out there from Bronny and his manager. I don't know if Bronny had anything to do with this, but I mean, he was the 55th pick out of 60 in the draft. So he was probably, if he wasn't LeBron's son, and if he was just if he had all the attributes and wasn't named LeBron James Jr., he probably 99% would have gone undrafted. Okay. Let's just say that.
So he's not as good as you?
No, not a chance. No, I could beat him probably, I don't know, 11-3 on Warwick Court 6 on a 9:30 p.m. 1v1 session.
Light work.
After our game as well.
Book it in.
Yeah, book it in. So his manager informed teams other than the Lakers or the Suns to not draft Bronny, or he will be playing his next season in Australia. So if Bronny got drafted, if any other team except the Lakers or the Suns picked up Bronny, they would have gone, "Sorry, lads, going to Australia, not playing for you." Is that a bit arrogant going at pick
100%.
number 55, even though you're LeBron James's son? Like, you would have got picked up anyway if you weren't LBJ Jr.
I think that is completely outrageous and ungrateful. Yeah. To be in a position to be that good at basketball, but not even that good, would lose to you.
Yeah.
Just lucky to have a fairly good father.
Yeah, and even before the draft, there's like you go to a couple, not tryouts, but you like train with some teams or whatnot. He got like invited to train on with like, I don't know, 15 teams or whatever it was. He only accepted the Lakers one and the Suns. So it's a bit out there. I don't know how much Bronny actually had to do with this, but he also did say that if his basketball career doesn't work out, he has a deal with FaZe Clan.
What is that?
You don't know FaZe Clan?
No,
it's
no
like
idea.
a gaming
organization.
Yeah. So like he would be like FaZe Bronny. Have you never heard of FaZe Clan?
No, I've actually not.
Okay. This was like prime.
So
FaZe was like prime COVID, like Fortnite.
Yeah,
days.
right. Yeah, no, not involved. Not involved. But would that have meant Bronny would have just become like an esportser or something?
Well, I would say he probably would have just streamed on a streaming platform like a game, and just because of his,
he would get
he would
do
get
numbers,
views.
yeah.
But like that compared to playing in the NBA, I think is a bit of a
Not
lifestyle
great,
change.
yeah.
It's not great. He's set up for his whole life, anyways.
That's
no
true.
matter what. So he could, he could do whatever he wants, basically. But playing in the NBA is something special.
The world of American sports is much different to Australia. And speaking of Australian sports, we caught up on our preseason predictions last week, but due to the error, we just want to do it again.
We will.
We'll cover it again. So, might just grab the old headphones and just have a listen to what we said preseason. So, these were my calls back in February or March. Cool. Fremantle will make the top 8 this year.
Okay.
We're back in the mix.
Okay.
And to see all these experts and fans, Fremantle 12 to 16th. It'd be great when we make the 8 and go on a finals run.
It would be. That's a great call and a big one.
It's a huge call.
It's a big one.
Okay, so that was my big call. Now keep in mind that these were big calls, and if they were wrong, we would have to do a forfeit.
I'm not even worried about the forfeit anymore.
No, because
worried.
this is what you said.
The only thing that comes to mind off the top of my head is this particular player that I'm very excited about, and I need to check what his disposal average was last year, because this guy is gonna take the world by storm. He averaged, what is that? Can we look? Career average. His career average is 15. Can we look at season? No? Okay. Well, let's just say he averaged around 20 touches, right? This guy, I reckon he will make the All-Australian squad. Max Holmes from the Geelong Football Club.
Huge.
All-Australian squad, I reckon. Not the team, the squad.
Yeah. No. In fact, wipe that squad bit. Just say make the team.
Yeah, we can unclip that last bit, because Maxi Holmes, he's the All-Australian winger / half-back at the moment. 25.5 touches he's averaging, which is elite status. 15 kicks, 10 handballs, 590 metres gained,
Elite. That is mega elite.
marks, and averaging 99.1 AFL fantasy points.
Which is fantastic because he's in my draft.
Well, it's very good because he's in one of my draft leagues as well. So how good's that? He's been absolutely outstanding. It's very hard to, jump your just average disposal count from, he averaged 19 to put it to 25 now. That's another 6 disposals. That's a significant amount. And you just got to, you got to predict these sort of breakout players. He's 21 now, and that's what the big call's all about. You sort of got to predict a breakout sort of thing.
Yeah, I think consider, not a lot of people had Freo in the 8, but
No, it would have been
considering
less,
where we were, it was probably less likely than likely kind of call.
Yeah, if it was
but
less
not
than
massive.
50%, you can call it a big call.
But
I think.
this is outstanding from you.
So let's hope he continues on his run, and I think he'll get there. He'll get in the squad easy, and he's been in the mid-season all Australian. So we're looking very good at the moment, and I'm waiting for the Fox Footies and the AFL.coms to give me and the Herald Sun to give me a call up very soon.
He'll do an ACL this week now, won't he?
Yeah, that's probably. We don't say that.
But that would be dreadful. That would be dreadful. I hope Maxi stays fit, healthy, and in good form. But the forfeits still stand. If
something does happen where we have to do it.
Yeah, we have to do it, which will be decided by the people. So yeah, if Freo don't make the 8, or if Max Holmes doesn't make the All-Australian team, then the forfeits are still on. Before we move on to what this is all about, which is whatever the people are saying this week on the docs, just a quick one. Jackson, my mate Jackson Sharp, he wanted me to talk about this. So when you really think deeply about the world, and you go, okay, I live the world out of my own mind. This is all I'll ever experience. What if this is all just a simulation? What if you're just an NPC? You could tell me you're real, but how can I prove that? I can only actually see out of my own eyes. So we were discussing, okay, what if the world's just a simulation? And then we've had a couple odd experiences in the last couple of weeks. So first of all, we were just driving on the coast. We'd we'd been recording something in Fremantle. We were just driving along the coast, heading up home, and we were talking about GTM, actually, the festival.
Moo.
Yes, that's the one. And Jackson goes, I was pretty upset it was cancelled. I would have loved to see the Kooks, a UK band. Now, on my Spotify, I just had, like, I think it was like, it's called like indie mix or chill mix or like my suggested. So it puts on a lot of like, the things I listen to. Plenty of Old Murs, plenty of Pacific Avenue, all the usuals. I don't listen to the Kooks an awful lot. I think they're like fine when I hear them, but I don't think I probably don't have one liked Kooks song in my liked songs list. But I had this mix on and like it gives you, it gives you the cue before it happens. So realistically, you could see what's about to come up. But obviously, we're driving. I've got the Apple Play on. It's on the screen, but I can't see what's coming up.
In the new whip as well.
The fresh RAV4 from 2001 with 360,000 Ks on it. But it's awesome. And the moment Jackson says the word Kooks, the last song finishes, and as he said it, the word Kooks comes up on the screen and plays. I don't know what song it was, but it was a Kooks song. And we just went, how is that possible? I don't think a Kooks song had I get one or two come through because they're in that kind of indie vicinity. But it was an outrageous coincidence. And we'd literally just been talking about the world being a simulation and we looked at each other and just went, fuck, that's unbelievable.
It's a weird one because I mean, you see when you look someone up on the internet and then you get like an ad for it on your Instagram or whatnot. Well, that's happened to me all the time.
That kind of makes sense because realistically, the phone and the laptop, like they are listening. They got mics and then they're like, here, trigger words and put ads out.
Yeah.
But on Spotify, the cue gets done before it happens. If you really went into the queue, you could see what's coming up. So this was already there, but we didn't know that. And about 1.5 seconds before the song came on, he said the word Kooks, and then I just saw it. And then in the same week, we were going to Varsity, and we both pulled up at the same time, and both got out singing the Royal Otis Linger remix, cover. And I was like, oh, that song was literally just playing in my car. And he's like, we were listening to the same song at the same time in different cars and then pulled up and we're just like listening to the same song.
There's a bit going on there.
Yeah.
And
there's just a couple coincidences in the same week.
It is. And it's one you could definitely look further into I think as if you keep ignoring it, more little things will happen until you take notice of it. But it's definitely an interesting one. And seeing your TikTok on it, I couldn't even comprehend like what you were saying. There was just that much going on.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if
when you really think about it.
my extra chromosome mind can actually like think that deeply
about
the world.
It actually does hurt my brain when you really start thinking about it and the concept of living and the concept of dying and the concept of there being nothingness in like, how can I exist and then I don't? And then I just get scared and I stop thinking about it because it's scary. Anyway, there's light thoughts for the day.
Yeah, light thoughts. We don't get very, very political here, but I think we might turn a bit more political. As the Google Docs, they're always political.
They are political.
And we're looking forward to another big week on the dockies. They always deliver.
Oh, they always deliver. As we mentioned, error last week. Just wanted to return to this one.
Yeah. Because
I think the people who watch on video deserve to hear it.
They do.
Obviously, we got plenty of feedback, and quite often, it can be deflating. It can be pretty disheartening. But someone has come in with some outrageous positivity for us, and we got to read this out. So anonymously says, "Dear Ronan and Regan," written very formally.
Yeah, usually our names are spelled wrong. I think on purpose, but who knows with our audience, I could be trying to spell to the best capability, but each to their own.
as it would normally be put, Dear Rogian and Regan, I hope this letter finds you well. It has. I'm writing to express my heartfelt appreciation for your outstanding podcast and to encourage you to continue this incredible journey without hesitation. Having recently listened to the episode featuring Cooper Connolly, I was thoroughly impressed by the depth of the conversation, the engaging content, and the effortless chemistry you both share. And that's touching.
That is touching. We got very deep there with Coops. I think he liked the
chemistry.
The chemistry, the 1v1v1 sort of style in
the three-man.
The three-man team. Yeah.
Your ability to bring out the best in your guests, Cooper and Big Mont so far,
Yep.
and delve into the fascinating topics is truly a gift. Cooper's episode was a testament to your talent in creating an environment that is both entertaining and enlightening. Your podcast has cultivated a substantial and dedicated fan base. Contrary to what the numbers would suggest, yeah, I'd like to believe this.
Yeah, I would. There's again like they need to really fix the numbers sort of side.
This
of
just
the,
proves that the stats are wrong.
The stats, yeah. Luckily, the stats don't go out to the public because you'd be very very alarmed that it's actually like really low, like under a couple mil.
Yeah,
which is like
because when we started, it was probably reaching 4.5 mil. I think was the first step.
Yeah.
And now sometimes we do stoop below 2.
Yeah, we do. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But like I rewatched it a couple times and it still like stays at 2, which is really weird.
So it must be an error.
Yeah, it must be something going on.
Like last week, because they were really low, it was only like 1.7 mil, which is the lowest we've had for ages, probably because of the error. So I actually created 7.5 million burner accounts and watched them, and it just stayed the same. In fact, it started giving me scam errors and stuff. So I don't know what's going on there. But the podcast has created a substantial and dedicated fan base, myself included, who eagerly anticipate each new episode. The impact you have made is undeniable, and the joy and insight you provide to your listeners are invaluable. Your unique perspectives and the rapport you share are what set your podcast apart and make it a beloved fixture in our lives. Quitting now would leave a significant void for your many fans who rely on your podcast for entertainment, education, and inspiration.
That I think that might be a new model.
Yeah, it's because what so far our mottos are by the people for the people.
Yep.
The People's Podcast.
Yep.
The conversation of all time. The worst podcast possible, and now entertainment, education, and inspiration.
It's so fitting because we do entertain in some sort of way. Entertainment doesn't have to be good per se, but we do try and entertain. Or was that the second one? Educate. We educate the people about the poor security at the breakwater, and we inspire. We inspire people by
Bringing Big Mont on the show.
And to not start a podcast because you get abused.
Yes. So it's kind of like take the inspiration out of people who want to start something by showing them what happens when you try and start something.
Yeah. So whatever you like, don't copy us because like we suck.
Yes.
So do your own thing, but learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
As in, if you ever have an ounce of feeling like I might have a bit of fun with my mate and put myself out there, just stop. Don't even consider it.
No, don't do it.
Back to this letter.
Oh, it's still
going.
Beautiful.
The potential for future episodes and the opportunity to reach even more listeners are immense. I truly believe that your podcast has only just begun to tap into its full potential. Now, this is true because that comment on the couple eps back was, this has potential to be the worst podcast possible. So we've not quite reached that yet.
No, we've not. But we've got plenty more in the bag that we haven't released yet, which could definitely push it up. What's above us at the moment?
The making waves, according
they
to
are above. Yeah, according to the comments they receive, which is quite
intense.
It is quite intense. I don't know if I'll be able to take.
In
that
fact, they
sort of
copped
criticism.
strays on our comment section saying, no matter how hard you try, you'll never be as bad as the Making Waves podcast.
Yeah, that's a bit of cross-platforming there, and not
Cross-platform
for the
abuse.
better.
No. Because once again, they're literally just having fun with like they're just putting themselves out there. Okay, the letter. Please consider the positive influence you have and the countless fans who look forward to your episodes. Your work is cherished and has a meaningful impact on many. I urge you to continue sharing your voices, stories, and interviews with the world. Thank you for all that you do. I eagerly anticipate your next episode and many more to come. Warmest regards, your biggest fans. XOXO.
Fans, so that's at least 2,
Yes.
which is
My mum and your mum.
yeah.
Nice.
Let's go. Come on.
Now, first and foremost, that is a beautiful
It's
letter.
a lovely letter, and we appreciate every word you've strung together there.
You did suggest last week that this was so well put together it could be a chat GPT.
It could be, but the intention was still there, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Like when I may or may not submitted university assignment that is all ChatGPT, like the intent's still there. You know, I just had
Education and inspiration.
I was inspiring and
Yes.
and educating myself on how to use the great platform. And
Wonderful.
And of course, I just used that as a bit of a guide to then submit my assignment, which was fully plagiarism proof.
But in the meantime, as you say, the intention's there. Thank you to these people. If you do feel like making yourself unanonymous and reaching out, then please do.
Yeah,
because
please do.
we would love to pay back your loyal support.
Yeah.
Now, back to these new ones from this week. They're pretty typical of what is it working this week?
Oh,
just
nothing works these days, mate. Technology. So we'll go from here. And
the penis enlargement pills.
yes, cannot be taking them. Hey, guys. Tiger Woods here, and I would love to challenge you guys to a game of golf, and potentially after the game we can we can snort some lines of cocaine in the Joondalup Resort toilet. Trust me, I am Tiger Woods.
What a lovely offer.
Sounds like Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he's done a bit of something at the Joondalup Resort before. It's a pretty specific location. Does that mean he's a part of the Joondalup Resort golfing club there, and we can get exclusive because that is invite,
possibly.
invite
Now we did
only.
actually go to Wembley for mini golf.
We did.
But look, I'm willing to change to Joondalup if Tiger invites us.
Yeah, because that is like a invite only sort of thing. Joondalup Country Club. Yeah. So yeah, we'll take upon that offer. Maybe just the golf. But.
Yeah, yeah. Now I do, because this is becoming a big theme on the docks. Is
celebrities,
arguably, like whether and I was starting to think, is this just like the same person just running? But these actually sent in at like different times. You would think that because it like obviously we don't get a name on these, but it does say when it was submitted.
Yep.
And they're actually submitted kind of like separately, very separately. So these genuinely might just be different people catching on to this trend, or they could be the real people.
Yeah, they could be.
So the next one is Conor McGregor here. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. Only to say the geezer on the fucking left looks like me. Morning shite.
Looks like me morning shot. You got to say.
Sorry, I turned dyslexic.
You got no, but it's because you got to say it in an Irish accent. That's how it makes sense.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. Only to fucking say the geezer on me fucking left looks like me morning shite.
Yeah, that's better.
Thanks, Connor. I appreciate that.
I still get confused which one's like who's on the left. Is it?
So, last time, I'm pretty sure last week he targeted me because he said on the right, because we're thinking.
So you're on the right. So
I'm on the right, yeah.
So that.
Like I'm to your left, but as they're watching, I'm on the right. This time
This time it's me. I look like the morning shot. Oh, good. Yeah, because tell you what, my morning shot this morning did not look anything but good.
Unspeakable, as you called it.
It was an unspeakable thing that came out there. But we move on. Long time submissioner, Harry Balls.
Still not actually sure.
Still not actually sure who
'Cause
Harry is.
I think he's working under what's the word for a fake name, like a lion? I don't fucking know. Harry Balls.
Harry Balls. I highly doubt his last name is actually Balls, but again, you never know. He might just be embracing his name as we like to do. He said, "Cheers to the Nazis at Magnet House for not letting me in because apparently my ID was damaged. Blind cunts need to go to Specsavers. Still not as bad as the security at the breakwater." So
the breakie have still copped some crossfire again.
Yeah, but the magnet's creeping up by the sounds of things from Harry. So at least he's trying out his luck at another place, but it doesn't seem to be working in his favour.
Harry, as you say, Harry's a regular and the breakwater is the main target. Now he's gone to Magna. I've not been there for a long time. But now he's been to multiple places. He continues to not get let in or kicked out.
Yeah.
Harry, all I'm suggesting is what's the common denominator here?
We need to get Harry on the phone.
Is it the venue or...
It can't be him.
No.
Definitely not.
So, okay, Harry, you can still send this through on the anonymous forms if you wish. But can you send us like a phone number for us to call on and have you on?
Please, Harry.
And then, you still don't have to be named, well, like properly named or facially identified.
Mr. Balls.
We would love to have a phone call with Mr. Balls. Back to the celebs. Hello, this is Alexandre Sarr. I just wanted to say thanks so much for inspiring me. I never would have picked up a basketball if it wasn't for your pod, and now look at me. The greatest player in the history of the Washington Wizards. Shout out to BC and the Perth Wildcats too, of course. P.S. The Atlanta Hawks suck.
Is that a French translation of the same message? Oh yeah, well he is from France.
Yes. Bonjour, c'est Alexandre Sarr. Je voilà. Je vous remercie beaucoup. That goes on for too long. I'm not going to do this whole translation.
Did you take French in school?
Year 7 and 8.
That didn't sound bad. That sounded pretty good. No worries. I'm not going to try it. But
Did you do a language?
Yeah, I
Other
did.
than professional waffle.
Yeah, I did for French 7 and 8, I think.
Also did Indonesian. Year 7 and 8.
Nice one.
Much easier than French in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Satu dua tiga.
Bit of cricket chat, which we haven't done a lot of lately. So this is on behalf of the Afghanistan cricket team.
The whole team?
The
Wow.
whole team. So it says, "Hi, this is the Afghanistan cricket team. We smoked your asses, lol." Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and then they got absolutely smoked by India. Was it India?
South Africa.
South Africa. They got rolled for 2 figures.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we lost to them. But
No, and then
you have bad days.
the only reason you guys got through because mate, did you see that he faked a hammy?
Oh yeah,
That was pretty good though.
the guy got sniped.
Yeah, he got sniped from the stands and the rain came down and you won from a rain delay. So yeah, pretty good tactics at the end of the day. The Bison loved it in his like post game speech.
Yeah, he's
He's like,
having a laugh.
that's probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. So at least we can take a joke, guys.
Yeah, exactly. But explosive scenes at Afghanistan, Australia. Hi, this is the Proteas. We got you, Australia. Settle down, pitch ass, Afghanistan. Okay, so now somehow they were submitted a minute apart, so no suspicions there that could be the
maybe
same.
they were together after the game.
True.
I reckon Rashid Khan sent that first one.
Yeah,
And I reckon
Quinton de Kock.
Quinton. Yeah, he definitely sent that second one, 100%.
Okay, I don't know what's worse, watching Ragoose putt or watching Ragoose bat.
They're both pretty horrific.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Luckily, no one wasn't very busy. The old Wembley Golf at the time
No, but we
went.
still had to skip holes because it took so long.
took so long. It was absolutely dismal. But yeah, no, I'd say that my putting game is not great. I'm more of a 7-iron type of guy.
Yeah.
I usually slice my driver about 20 yards into the trees, sometimes you got to hop into the kangaroo's pouch and hit it out of there, which is a tough shot. Usually use my sand wedge for that one. But yeah, 7-iron is usually my only half decent shot. And then we get on the green and it's all.
Well, what you should have done is tried my little scoop because that tactic worked
That
really well.
probably would have done a lot better
Yeah.
than some of my chipping out of the sand. Which, if you got yourself into that sand, mate, it was tough. And
Now, Shock, we actually have a real storytelling,
I
which
know,
is kind of what the concept is.
from
but
an average sort of Joe, which is good. So we'll get into this one, a local one as well. So went to the Eagles versus North Melbourne game a few weeks back, and as an avid North supporter, I was cheering on my team, as you would. I think everyone was cheering for North if you weren't going for the Eagles, you would say. Things got a bit heated in the last quarter, especially when the Eagles took the lead with one fan launching a beer at me. A few minutes later, when North took the lead late, I knew I had to get my revenge with a full can of ginger beer in my hand and threw it at the Eagles fan, giving him a nice cold ginger beer shower. And what is that? And brahaha. It's like half a word, then he wrote haha. And brahaha ensured leading him to get kicked out. But amazingly, I didn't get kicked out and celebrated the W.
wow.
So very well said. And as you would, North fans, they don't get to celebrate very often.
No.
But I think everyone was cheering with them that day, and they were so very close to getting over the line against the D's as well, who was an upset,
Yes.
which I actually tipped. But
You did.
I did. That was the only one I
which
got wrong.
you'd know if you tune into DRN Sports Wrap.
How good was the
Every
cross
Monday night?
platform on that? Yeah, Monday nights, guys. Give it a listen and then follow on Insta as well.
Yep. And Spotify.
And
Guess
Spotify.
what? If you can't listen live, I know it's busy lives around, but
Yep.
on Spotify as well. And don't want to reveal anything, but you cooking something up as well, a bit of an extra.
Oh
bit of an
yes,
extra footage.
it could be an extra something. So you got the usual ep on Monday nights, which concludes every sport under the sun. We've got some great guests that come on and chat about their respective sport. But then, as we know, we love our footy, and we sometimes take a bit too much time talking about the footy. So we're thinking about a separate episode if you want to chat some footy and then listen to some footy chat. And you can always feel free to send in some questions or give us a ring as well and say your thoughts.
How
So
good would that be?
looking forward to that.
But yeah, that is quite heated in the grandstands there. So whoever that is, well done for getting away with it. Because you would suggest that throwing a full ginger beer at someone would probably evoke a response from security.
Yep, Harry Balls, he wouldn't have gotten away with that.
No, he wouldn't.
Not a chance.
The ID would have got torn up immediately.
Yep, 100%.
Blind rankings is a usual feature at the
Yes.
back end of our show, and
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
you've got one for me
I
this
have.
week.
I thought I'd change things up a little bit. I can't let you see what I've got here, but I did tell you the topic, and it is breakfast options, breakfast menu eating options. So physical foods that you can eat for breakfast, mainly around the coast of Perth. We're basing this off as you would usually go for a brekkie. All right, so we'll start off. The first one here, brekkie wrap.
Brekkie wrap. Very good. So you normally have the hash brown, the bacon, the spinach. I must be missing something common.
Egg.
Yes, that's probably what I was thinking. Bit of barbecue sauce, bit of aioli. Very good option. I might slide that at number 2 actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Wraps are fantastic.
Okay. And one that hits close to home here, a local at the rowing pavilion, a croissant.
Yeah, okay. Just like a ham and cheese.
Can be whatever you like.
Yeah. Look, very simple, but that's not a bad thing. You know that it'll be good. You know that it'll be go down easily. Croissants can be very soft.
You can't go wrong.
You can't really
They're good
go.
toasted. Very good.
Very
toasted.
good toasted. But I reckon there's some things that can be a little bit more filling and a bit more exciting. I'm going to put that at number 4.
Okay. Next option here, a toasted sandwich.
Yeah, just a toasty. Okay. Okay. Again, probably just like a ham and cheese. Are we talking just a real
ham and
simple
cheese or
sandwich?
bacon and egg.
They're
Yep.
they are really, they're just so easy. They're so good. But
have them on the run.
I just feel like you can do them at home anyway.
Yep.
So if you're out and about and you're getting a feed somewhere, you might want to go something a little bit more exotic. So, with all due respect to the toasted sandwich, I'll put it at number 5. I just feel like there's some more exciting things coming.
No, that's okay. All right, next up, we have the acai bowl.
Ooh, okay. This is quite new to me, actually. I actually hadn't had an acai bowl until I started working at Drop-Ins. And I started working at a cafe that does acai. See you there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I'm in. So I'll do you an acai bowl. Cross-platform advertising.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, good.
And I actually really rate them. It's a bit cold for them at the moment. But, no, really good. So I got, the granola at the bottom, the acai, which I actually didn't even know what it was. And now I'm aware that it's like a berry that then gets, and then in the bowls they get whizzed up like a bit of a sorbet, you could almost say. And then the drop-ins does the blueberries, the strawberries, the bananas. Might be something else on there. And I went a bit of Nutella drizzle.
Yeah, nice one. Yep.
Not a fan of peanut butter, even though that's popular.
Biscoff?
No, we don't have any Biscoff.
It's a very, very popular
good call.
spread.
Okay.
Yes.
I did go so we have like this mango passion fruit thing that can go on top. That's very good as well.
Like a puree?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, pretty much. So, anyway, I've just described what an acai bowl is to everyone who already knows what they are. So I'm just going to put it at number 3 because I do rate them.
Yeah.
But sorry, I already had number 3. Did I?
I don't.
Oh no, number 3. The wrap was 2, and then it was 4 and 5.
You got number 1.
Acai bowl can slide at number 3.
We're very experienced at these, yet we still don't know what we're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
number 1. So this has to land at your number 1 slot. It is a favorite of mine when I go into drop-ins, and that is the brekkie bagel.
Yeah, no, very, very good. See, my favorite at there is the chicken and bacon toasty. So it's like just more packed than like a normal, So that's my favorite. The obviously I'm going to have to put it at number 1. I would have actually had the wrap above it. I'd get the wrap more
I feel like you are
often.
more of a wrap guy than a bagel guy.
Yeah, so would have had the wrap above that. But the bagel's still good. I mean, it's the same content. You got your egg, the hash brown, the bacon.
Literally the exact same.
It is
just what it's under.
Bagel. But I just, I don't know, something about wraps I prefer. I think they're a bit more manageable. But it's not out of place at number 1. The brekkie bagel's good.
Okay. And that's all. That concludes the list.
The chicken and bacon toasty is by far my favourite. But yeah.
I must try.
Now, I'm flipping this one on you. Now we're going for venues. So, I actually haven't got a list down. I'm just going to literally have to think of places that we have gone.
That's all right. Don't stitch me up with the ordering of venues.
True.
Here.
So, I'm just going to think. So, normally it's along the coast. Not necessarily. But we're just going to, blind ranking Perth cafes that we have been to.
For breakfast? / coffee?
Just the overall experience of that.
Just
So, location, coffee, food, general aura, general experience.
General aura. Whether you lose or gain aura from being there. Yep.
So
Okay.
I'm going to start where it all began. Now this is like it. What would you call it? It's a real multi cafe business. I'm pretty sure it's probably all over Australia, but we like the Mullaloo one. But Dome as a whole, Dome Cafe.
Dome Cafe as a whole.
We've also
at
been to the
venue.
Mount Pleasant one.
Yes, we have.
So you can just Dome as a whole.
Dome as a whole. It's a nice, warm venue where you feel quite safe. You could say you feel very, very loved, and you just feel kindness in the air. I think home of the fluffy koala and the front and the what's the other one called? The fluffy koala and the squashed frog. The squashed frog. They're very very up there in the drink ratings for the whole of all time, really. But these days, as we get a bit more older and mature, you cannot actually be seen with one of them, unfortunately. Oh, it's pretty good. I'm gonna have to go as with the sometimes lack of. It's more of an inside sort of cafe. So if we're thinking summer and you want to sit outside, there's usually limited area to sit and view. So I'm gonna stick it at a solid 3. Yep.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Now, we've only been to this one once, but we got a pretty good sample size because we both got a breakfast and a coffee, and we sat outside, and we spent a good hour, like 1 or 2 hours there. Freshwaters in Peppermint Grove or somewhere rich. Can't really remember.
Munich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was good. I don't remember too much about it. It was quite nice. Had a nice inside and outside area, and it was a nice day to go. We're looking over the nice view of the water. Oh, it's a tough one. Only having been there one time. It was a nice venue. I think it would have been a toasty sort of.
I think we got eggs on toast.
We did get eggs on toast. So we got an actual full meal, which we don't usually get. And that was quite nice. Came out quite quickly, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So the service was good. And it's tough though. I might just because of the times that I've been there, I'm gonna have to rate it at 4.
Yeah.
And that is only because of the limited experience I have had at Freshwaters, but you're behind the Great Dome. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, very true. Very good location, right on the river. So that definitely adds to it. Now we've been as in both of us, like together. I reckon we've been here once or twice. North Beach, the 96 Cafe.
Oh yeah, very good there. I liked that place. It was a nice venue along the coast of Perth, and yeah, the venue puts it up a notch. It was quite small, ish. Oh, it's tough. This is tough. Again, haven't been there a lot of times.
But it's all outside though.
It is all outside.
So it feels a little bit more spacious.
It does.
Open air.
It does. So if it were to be a little bit chilly or with some rain, you don't have much cover to hide yourself under. That is a tough one. I honestly don't know if I can put that above. I think I've put Dome very low here at a 3. I'm really leaning putting this at it's tough. I'll go 2. I'll go 2. I was going to go 5, but I'm going to go 2. The venue was quite nice. Coffee was good, and brekkie wrap was good as well. So we'll give it a 2, and happy to be back there anytime.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got 2, 3, and 4 in place.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
1 and 5. It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not, and I think you're gonna struggle here. So at the 4th one now, I've got the rowing pavilion, which is very, very close to our hearts.
It's very close. Oh, it's very close. I don't know what you're going to put 1. The rowing pavilion. It's very nice. It's we're regulars there. Don't know how they don't already bring our orders to
They
us.
should really,
So that honestly puts them down, possibly a point. Has a great outside area, has a good inside area, which we haven't really experienced as
No,
yet. We've
no, the
more
weather's always fantastic.
Stayed the outside. Oh, it's tough. Selection in that little outside area of breakfast, it isn't a whole lot, I don't think. Maybe, I'm not sure if you can order possibly like a brekkie wrap or a brekkie bagel inside, but again, we don't really know.
No.
But like on the outside area, you get your blueberry and white chocolate muffins, you get your banana breads as you like to get, your croissants.
Yeah.
So you got the small little snackier options. Coffee is usually always good. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. I'm going to, just because of the amount of times we've been there and we just get the same old, service is good, but, we expect a bit more of a royalty sort of service for the amount of times we've been there. I'm going to, unfortunately, love the place, but I'm unfortunately going to have to put it at 5.
Yeah. Now, that is so harsh for a place that means so much to us.
Yes.
But
we have high expectations.
I think you would have been more disappointed if you put it at 1 and then heard this last one, because this is probably your favourite of all time, especially now since the man you have the most chemistry with actually supplies the coffee. Drop-ins Mullaloo.
It's a very good venue. It's a nice joint. I liked it before the renos and all that sort of stuff, and I like it again now. Coffee's always good, always a great service, and yes, always gets served very well with a nice, happy smiling face from yourself or your boss or anyone else there. Always very welcoming.
Yeah, that blonde male barista is hot as fuck.
No, I don't know him. Yeah, very good. Nice variety. You got your toasties, as you said, your brekkie bagel, Saturday morning is where I lay myself at drop-ins. It does get very busy though, which does hurt a little bit, but that would happen with such a nice shop. Did not get my coffee one time. That was because of the busyness, and I was in a rush. I had to leave. I ended up picking up someone else's coffee, and I don't know what they ordered, but it was like, I wouldn't be ordering that. Let's just say the least. So I missed out on my coffee one time, but one bad experience doesn't overall educate the lovely aura that place brings. So I'm gonna have to. Well, it is at my one slot, and I'm not disappointed with that. And I'm actually quite happy with that list, to be quite honest.
Not bad at all. And also, there was one time where I wasn't even working, but your coffee lid got Sunday Debrief written on it.
It did. So that was a nice little message of recognition, because we think we're all that, but we're really not that. We're just average Joes at the end of the day that do one of the worst podcasts in the whole of the universe. Yeah. So that was a nice little touch. That was a while ago now, but Drop-In's a lovely venue, and I'll be there this Saturday morning.
Excellent. Now, just a quick check of the Insta. So, just a quick question here from Emily: does a yellow crane count as a spotto? So last week we got asked about wheelbarrows. Now, crane. Does it? What's the definition? Does a crane have to be attached to a vehicle, or can it end up being its own individual?
What?
So
what does that mean?
Okay, no. So if you've got, sorry, I'm just going to read the definition of a crane.
Okay.
A large, tall machine used for moving heavy objects by suspending them from a projecting arm or beam. My question is, can a crane end up being its own, it can be on its own scaffold, right? It doesn't have to be on a moving vehicle.
Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Therefore, a standalone yellow crane, that doesn't really apply to Spotto.
No, I see what you mean now. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I think if it was on a moving vehicle,
this is Spotto, 100%.
100%. Yep.
This, not Spotto.
No. What about the bird?
The bird. Yes, a crane is also a bird. So actually, Emily has not specified. So if it's a yellow bird, no, that's not Spotto. That's a bird. Now, before we wrap up for the week, we've got some emotional news to reveal.
It's a happy yet sad day of remembrance, we could say.
So, everyone gets attached to certain people, objects, places, and over the last 9 or 10 months, we've gotten quite attached to this room. Actually,
yeah. We even started off against these grey sort of platform panels, and got a nice comment. Where the fuck has King of Clarkson gone?
Oh shit!
Where has he gone?
Where is the King Clarkson? That's true, but he did send us a very good suggestion back in the day.
He was like our first ever comment saying, lads, this is too boring. The grey panels move against the window. That's a great idea, King of Clarkson.
Yeah, because Can you just describe this room?
Oh, it's a great room. Very spacious in the dimensions. Here, there's a few road mics going on. There's a few uncomfortable chairs.
It's got walls.
Some nice walls.
It has a door.
Does have a door where you do need a special Curtin University key card to get in. So you do feel very special opening this door, and then it has the lovely window of our great campus to look out of, and is the backdrop of our lovely podcast. And we've spent many hours in here, good and bad.
Yeah,
and
well, most importantly, it has memories and character. And it's a very spiritual place. I'm not a religious man, but if I was, I think I would pray in this room. But all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
And we have some special news.
Craig's comment has got to us, and we're quitting the podcast. In this room. We ain't going nowhere. Because we have somehow, don't know how you've forged this money or we've forged this money, but we've we've come across one of these bad boys, the Roadcaster, where all the magic happens, and we've put our personal one of them now, and we can now, which means we're mobile and we can record anywhere we like.
Yeah, so just a few more things to sort out, but we will very shortly have our own setup, and we'll be recording. We'll have our own little setup, which we're going to figure out. But so yeah, we're growing up, and it's exciting. But you never forget where you came from. This is the
right.
OG room. This will always hold a special place. And yeah, I mean, we've had some good memories in here. I mean, putting the cap back on an open beer bottle back in the day.
That's what started it all. Yep.
Calling Big Mont in here.
Yep.
Cooper Connolly came in here.
Calls, the voice messages that we've got. Ryan Hammond.
Yeah.
And his spiels. We've had some good ones. I think the president of the Sunday Debrief, Yubsy, he's made a real impact on this room as well with all the messages and words of reassurance he's put out, and it will live a long, happy life, this room, I hope, in our absence.
I think it will. So, look, we'll miss this place, but we're growing and we're building, and we're going to have to leave it behind. But much bigger, better things to happen. And the start of a new era.
Yes. Well, we're on the way sideways.
Yeah.
Not up, not down, but we're not plateauing, but we're
more just a downward spiral.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is quite downward. But we wouldn't want to release the graph because we'd be underground right now. But with this new Roadcaster, who knows what could happen? We'll find a nice little venue somewhere. And because the Curtin University isn't the closest venue to us.
No, it's not.
So somewhere a bit closer to our homes would be nice. And we'll get up and running with some more terrible content.
Cannot wait for a new look. So, say goodbye to the OG window, the OG mics and everything. But we will see you in a couple weeks. Looking beautiful. Thank you as always. Thank you as always for the journey that we've been on so far, and we can't wait for the new journey to begin.
Okay.
Fuck all people listening.
Yeah, but that's okay. We will remember this room, and we'll keep kicking. And guys like Craig, they're gonna keep commenting, but it's gonna take a lot more to hang up the mics than a couple old comments, you know? Yeah.
Especially when it has a cactus.
Yeah, cactus, and we got a coffee cup holding up the the camera.
Podcasting on a budget. All right, lads. Have a good one. Bye-bye.